I just wanted you to touch on this laughter quotient that you mentioned before the show. So what's going on there? Explain that to me.
Yep, thank goodness for that, because I thought we haven't got onto the laughter quotient yet. I know time's moving on.
Yeah.
So I was watching a TED Talk, and someone said there's the art of laughter but not the science. And I'm going, well, let's create the science of laughter. So science is a series of mathematical equations, E equals MC squared. And then I looked at medicine. I'm going, hang on, medicine's a mathematical equation. You know, blood pressure, 120/80, heart rate variability. It's all mathematics. And so I thought, well, let's create, even when they're prescribing medication, take 2 pills 3 times a day for a week.
33 grams of this
I'm going, it's all maths.
Yeah.
So where is the maths of laughter? So I created the laughter quotient, which is a mathematical equation. And what we now need to do with this mathematical equation, now that we have the numbers and the denominators and all that sort of mathematical stuff, is to start administering it to people with certain diseases as you would a medication. So the laughter quotient is length times repetition divided by volume times pitch. Now that probably won't mean anything to anybody, but that's okay. The fact is they are the 4 different parameters. It's the length of the laughter, it's the amount of times that we laugh. Within that period of time, it's the volume that we laugh, and it's the pitch. And this is based on everything that I've known about the body, mind and physiology and what happens. And what we do is we start playing with the person's laugh. So the people that I'm working with at the moment with the laughter quotient, they have a known disease, and I'm trying to cure them of that disease. Now, by that I mean take away the symptoms, because as far as I'm concerned, that's what curing a person is. You take away the symptoms and they're cured. So we're working with someone with depression, someone with anxiety, someone with pain, and someone with fibroid tumours. And we are playing with the laughter quotient to have an impact on that person. So let's just pick the person with depression. Let's say with administering the laughter quotient and getting them to laugh in a particular way for a particular period of time, for a particular length of time, if all of a sudden they have no depression anymore, I then analyse that, and I've got a graph. My military experience has me understanding sound waves and all that sort of stuff as an electronics engineer. And I go, okay, is that the laughter cure for depression? So I go to somebody else with depression and go, laugh like this many times a day. So that's how we're trying to prove the concept of it all. And we're trying to do it with 4 different people. And, you know, we'll just see what happens. But it gives the ability, first of all, for people to understand it as a mathematical equation and go, okay, so what are you telling me if I increase this number here and decrease this? Is this a placebo coming back?
Yeah, but if it's a placebo, but you're not administering anything. So it's not really a placebo like how you've taken something. It's just, it is the effect. And it is it's an effect that comes from here, but it doesn't mean it's a placebo. It is what you haven't given any exogenous or whatever.
No magic mushrooms.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
As an example.
But you know what? I have no doubt, to be honest, I mean, what do I know? But I have no doubt that you'll find the right results in that study.
I know I will.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Because if you do studies on someone who meditates for an hour a day, they're going to get good bloody results. You get someone who goes for a surfing for an hour a day, you get all these different things. Like if you consistently do it, and if because of what it does to the brain and to the body with the endorphins and stuff, I have absolutely no doubt that you'll, you know, in 5 years' time, and let's be realistic, maybe in 20, 30 years' time, you know, maybe it will be that, you know, magic mushrooms are prescribable by physicians. Laughter therapy is a practice that's fully adopted into the world. You know, there's people have to go and have, you know, in their workplace they have to go surfing for it. They have to have, you know, happy place time in their day every day, because like all these things that it makes perfect sense, but we just haven't really gotten there yet. You know, I think we're starting to get there and we're starting to trial it all and test it all out, which is pretty exciting.
Yeah, so the laughter quotient's exciting. It's making sense of something that we know is good for you.
Yeah. And
we can actually change some parameters and administer it as you would a medication. Now, the good thing is there's no negative side effects.
Yeah.
So if you take other external medications, there will be a side effect, and sometimes they're negative. There is no negative side effects with this, and we're having great results. So watch this space. You interviewed the guy who created the laughter quotient, so good on you.
Amazing.
And
I'm going to be famous one day, mate.
Well, so yeah, let's see what happens. But I'm going to work hard on this because I know it's the next stage of science and medicine, using laughter as a therapy. So very excited about the whole thing.
Awesome.